Hey dandelions, I've got it on my heart weighing so heavily today to talk about my story of when I wasn't able to walk for about 3 months when my last health relapse happened. And it's weighing on me like I feel like God's telling me like somebody needs to hear this message. And I know I've said it more than once on my videos, but this is for all the new eyeballs. Hi, it's so great to meet y'all. I'm Steven. I've had multiple sclerosis for 14 years of my life so far and counting. It's a disease that I'm going to live with the rest of my days, and you know what? I don't let it get me down or defeat me anymore. Like, it's just a part of my life, and I've learned how to navigate, and every day it's a little different, and I just keep trucking. So, picture it. It was the October of 2022. I woke up one morning. It might have been like a Friday. I remembered I woke up because I had to go to work. And I had really bad balance that morning. My legs were kind of fumbling around. I don't really remember a whole lot else aside from that. Excuse my camera. And I was like, I stumbled out to the car and I was like, this is really sucky. I think I'm relapsing. Like, my legs, I'm like, let me just see how the day goes. Maybe I'm just having a rough morning. So I get to work and it doesn't get any better. And I was doubled up that day. So when the other person came in, I was like, peace, I gotta go. I don't feel good. And I went home and I just remember waking up the next morning. It was the next morning was a Saturday. I woke up and it was over. Like, I could barely get out of bed. And I just remember calling work. I called out that day. I called my district manager and I was like, I don't know what to do. This is what's going on, and this could be a few days or it could be worse. It just depends. I don't know. It depends on how bad the relapse is. And he was like, well, keep me updated. He's like, you've got plenty of PTO. He's like, we can cash it out. He's like, take a week off. The week turned into 2 because I also had a week's worth of sick days. And then those 2 weeks turned into taking FMLA. And I was on FMLA, and that rolled over to short-term disability. I was out of work for 6 months, you guys. In those first 3 months or so of that relapse, I couldn't walk. I literally could barely find the energy to get out of bed and make it to the bathroom. And granted, at the time, the bathroom was part of the master bedroom I lived in. So I didn't have to walk far. I would just hold onto the wall and just like make it. But it was just like, it was terrible. And there were days that I couldn't even do that. You guys, I couldn't even stumble out of bed and make that work. It was shameful to me, and I shouldn't have felt that way, but I did. Like, there were days where I had to start wearing diapers for a little while. Like, it was that bad. I literally couldn't get out of bed, you guys. That was the worst relapse I've ever experienced with this disease. And it broke me. It broke me so hard. I spent many days crying and just thinking like, why me? And also thinking like, this can't be it. Like, y'all, I'm like 36 years old at the time. 35, 36. I'm like, this cannot be my life, y'all. I have so much more living I wanted to do. I have so much stuff, like such a bright future that I was making strides towards. And it just like, it felt like it all crumbled down so quickly, and it felt like it was over. It just sucked. And I pray to God nobody has to go through these kind of experiences, because it literally, like, really messes you up mentally. And I remember going and getting high-dose corticosteroid treatments. I finally found a neurologist that would see me, and typically look, I'm gonna be honest with you, typically the high-dose corticosteroids make you feel better quickly. But I did it in pill form instead of IV form this time, and it did not seem to work. Not the way I remember. The IV form, like, within just a day or two, like, miraculous. Like, you feel amazing. It got better, but it was slow, and it took a few weeks. But I finally was back on my feet, and it was a struggle bus, y'all. I was back on my feet, but I could not walk distances. Like, when we went to the stores, I was in the electric scooters at the grocery store. Like, it just, all this to say, because I can go on and on. It broke me down mentally to a low point that I've never felt in my whole life. And I pray to God I never go through that again. I never have to experience that again. And I'm doing what I can to not have that happen. I'm doing what I can to repair my body as best as possible, to get my legs back on track, to hopefully not relapse again like that, because I can only imagine. It's like the relapses get worse every time they happen, so I can't even imagine what happens next if I have another one. But we're not going to think like that, because that's one thing I've learned since that relapse, is to not manifest those what ifs, those bad things. No, I don't accept it. I don't receive that. It's not a part of my life, y'all. It can't be. I'm a stronger person because of that relapse, because it taught me so much about my inner strength. It made me find a brand new version of Steven that I didn't even know existed, who is powerful. It truly taught me to quit caring. It truly taught me to quit wasting my time, that my time is so precious, and obviously look at how quickly things can be taken away from you. Quit wasting your time. Quit being afraid. Quit being afraid to be Steven, to be that person that just doesn't care anymore, who speaks his truth, who's not afraid to stand up when I see things wrong and just be like, what the fuck, you know, like, the person I am today, I have to thank my illness for. I have to thank that relapse for. Because I gotta say, I love this version of me. I'm powerful as hell. And I'm not afraid anymore. I don't have time to. I don't have time to. And I don't have time to be putting off things that I want to do in my life, that I want to feel, that I want to experience, that I quit, that I put on back burners for so long, even up until the past month or two. Like, I'm not doing those things anymore. Like, I've got to live. I have to live like there's no tomorrow. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. But I feel like with my health, especially me. So I'm living and I'm loving life. And that's my message to you. Please live and love your life while you can, while you're healthy enough to. Because even if you are healthy, we're not guaranteed tomorrow. We're not. Anything can happen, y'all. So don't live with regrets. Love your life and take it from someone who at like 35 years old, who thought he had the whole world in front of him to go out there and be a baddie and like live it up, to have it all stripped away from you overnight and be bedbound. Don't let something drastic like that happen to you to make you start living. You deserve it. We all do. And I just wanted you to hear my story, and it's in my heart, and I feel like somebody needed to hear it. And I will share it 1,000,000 times over. I love you all. Thank you so much.